Good evening, everyone. Team Vibhav welcomes you all to this very first event of Nimbus 2K22 Intern Talk. We will be waiting for everyone to join for 3 to 5 minutes. Till then, you can ask your friends to join this session as well because experience never gets old. If you have any queries, you can ask in the chat box. Kavya, would you like to inform our audience what this talk is all about and who we are?
Yeah, guys, Team Vibhav is the departmental team of Electronics and Communication Engineering in Nimbus and the best team of Nimbus 2021. This talk is all about gaining the knowledge from our seniors who have actually covered this milestone and are here to enlighten us. Guys, as you all are here, then you must be wondering what is the right time to do internship and you are unaware of how to explore intern profile and firms as well to prepare for them. Then no worries. We are here to clear all your doubts.
Team Vibhav is here with a brainstorming intern talk program developed with an aim to ease you into the process and assist you in gaining better grasp of different components that needed to be covered for pursuing internships. As we can see that people are joining, so we can start the event now. Kavya.
Okay. There are people who make things happen. There are people who watch things happen. There are people who wonder what happened. So put your heart, mind, and soul into whatever you do. This is the key to achieve success. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kavya.
And I am Agrim. We welcome you all to this intern talk brought to you by Team Vibhav, the departmental team of Electronics and Communication Engineering for Nimbus 2K22. As soon as we start our college life, we begin to concern about our future prospects, and internships play an important role in ensuring improved career options. So, Team Vibhav is here with some of the sharpest minds of NITH who have landed internships in sectors such as research, software development, hardware development, and many other fields.
They have come to tell their stories on how they were able to land such fantastic internship. They will give us advice on how to succeed in our first 2 years of college by having the right mindset and making the right plan.
This evening, we have with us Yuvraj Kedale sir, intern at IIT Ropar, Rishabh Dhinkawat sir, data science intern at PharmEasy, Anika Sharma ma'am, software development engineering intern at LinkedIn, and Asha Nandi ma'am, a research intern from University of Southern California. And they are here to give insights into the various internship opportunities and share their experiences.
So, first of all, we would like to welcome Yuvraj Kadale sir. He has completed his research internship at IIT Ropar and a product based IoT internship at Bipolar Factory. The amazing fact is he is also an NCC cadet. He is one of the best example of managing college life. Whom better to ask for guidance from balancing between academics and co-curricular activities. Hello sir.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Welcome
Good evening,
sir. We
everyone.
are great Welcome, sir. We are grateful to have you with us. We are looking forward to know about your intern experience as well as your journey for the same.
Sir, despite of being in so many clubs, you really managed to perform well in every possible field. We are really curious to know your secret mantra. Rest stage is all yours.
So, thanks for the lovely introduction. So, how are you guys? How are everyone? We'll begin with Vibhav Voki in the chat.
Sir, I guess your Voice is cracking a little bit.
Who's that?
So, guys, in the chat, Vibhav OP, please.
Can you just continue? Is it okay now? Yeah. So, hey everyone, I'm Viraj Karale. Let me just quickly share my screen. I will give a brief, like very brief intro. I hope the screen is visible. Can you just confirm? Yeah. So it is visible. Fine. Begin with, I will just briefly introduce myself. So I'm Viraj Karale. I'm senior at NITH Hamirpur, pursuing EC 12 degree. I'm in my final year right now. So coming to my experience, so recently I'm like presently I'm doing my IoT intern at Bipolar Factory. So Bipolar Factory is a startup based in India, Tamil Nadu. And the latest summer intern that I did is IoT and 6G. So it is a research intern. So the product I developed here was related to 6G, and like how many of you are well known with metaverse? Metaverse guys, how many of you know metaverse? What metaverse is? In the chat, you can type. I can see your chats. Is that okay? My voice is lagging. Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Is it clear now? I hope it is fine now. You are able to hear me. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's great. So yeah, coming to the 6G technology. So as we all are aware that metaverse is coming at a boom. So the idea of my project here was to integrate 6G with the metaverse. Like we all know what Google Assistant is, what Alexa is, but what they are having is just voice integration, right? So for that voice integration, what if we have a digital avatar for all those? So in continuation of this presentation, I will be covering like what I actually built, and I will be showing you the prototype. Moving forward, I am also open source contributor. So in the summer itself, I have been part of Girls Script Summer of course, then hacking course, and few other past interns are content student training, and one more IIT intern at Washington. So it was also IIT intern at Cognitive Work. Okay, fine. So coming to the research perspective, so like one of my paper got published at Journals of Physics conference. So it was smart class using IoT. Yeah, so this is a very brief about me. So yeah, we will be moving forward with like what today I will be sharing. So why intern, what, when, where, eligibility, how, and then we will be having a Q&A session. Okay, so why intern? So what's the importance of intern? Why we need it? So the first thing is industrial exposure. So yeah, you will get a hands-on exposure. Whatever you are learning at the academics, you need to implement it in the corporate world. So this is the best time where you can get into industry and get an hands-on exposure, how the things work, what are the things they use, what are the platforms they are having, and just apart from that, you will get lots of experience. You will have networking opportunities. You will be getting in contact with HRs. You will be meeting new colleagues. So your domain and horizon will be increasing, right? So it opens up doors for various career opportunities that you can have. And last one I did not mention, it comes by its own. So yeah, you all know it under pressure. So lots and lots of money you get in the intern. So the thing is like what, when, and where. So what are the roles generally we have as an intern? So In this, anyone can guess, like, I have yes already mentioned, but still, what are the other roles you can think of as an intern? So, what intern roles you may have? I'm trying, like, let's not keep this as a regular class session. So we will be, let's have some interaction. I'm just your senior, so we can be like very open to interact. So feel free to comment in the chat box. So the roles that we have, like, some few are domain oriented, right? So we have as an SD role, IoT role, data science role, AR, VR, HR. That comes under, like, whatever domains we are having, we can have these roles in those. Apart from that, we have research oriented interns. So this covers up like core research. Then in IITs, we can have a research and foreign universities. And later we have the track at open source. So yeah, many of you might know like what ESOP is, Girls with Summer of Code, Analyst Fellowship. So these are the open source programs that works and they provide interns in the summer and winters. So what is the time period actually where we like that is the best suited for us to uh, apply for intern and actually get hands-on experience? So summer vacations, many of the applications get opened in winter break, and yeah, for NIT students, like especially for NIT Hamirpur, it is compulsory to do after your second year. So it's during your third year at least you should have one intern. So may I know like what audience are from like from which year you are from first year, second year, third year? Uh, can I have a general brief idea? So, can you just comment down your years in the chat box? So, Abhishek is from first year. The first year. Okay, so I can see first year and second year, like majorly you are from first and second year. So great. So just after your second year, you need to have at least one intern in your, during your third year. So as soon as your sixth semester starts, you will be having your industrial training viva and our college will be asking for certificates. So yeah, okay. So major audience is from first year. That's great. That's great. So where can you apply for this internship? So first thing first, like we have lot of startups coming up in India, and like, how many of you see Shark Tank these days? Like it got very viral. So the startup phase, entrepreneur phase is at the boom right now. Shark Tank fans, anyone? कोई नहीं दिखता क्या? Yes, Douglas. Okay, so you have lots and lots of startups that you can apply for. You have MNCs to apply for. Then we have universities, Indian universities as well as foreign universities, and few of the open source organizations. Okay, so what are the eligibility and the requirements that you need to have this intern? So yeah, you must be hearing that CGPA is not important, but it is decent to have 7.5. 7.5 CG is always important. Okay, so you should maintain at least 7.5, and if you are maintaining your CGPA greater than or equal to 8, so you will have always an edge in any of the intern that you are applying for. There are few of the companies have restrictions with respect to their branches, but like that's not an issue when you apply for off campus. These branch restrictions get reduced and you have a wider opportunities. So yeah, you should have a standard resume to stand out from others. So how many of you know what ATS is? ATS, ATS, anyone ATS? It's applicant tracking system. How many of you know of ATS? Uh, I would like to share. I'll just share my so you'll get more clarity on how to like how a resume should be and how it will be like ETS friendly. So some basic do's and don'ts that we can address. Okay. So ATS is applicant tracking system. Yeah. So what ATS does is it has like the company has a server at the back end. So they just scan your resume, they go through your resume, and just keep scanning for a particular word. So whichever profile you are applying for, say if you are applying for an SD profile, so there are main key points that they look for. So you need to have those main key points mentioned in your resume. Uh, the particular languages that you know, say Python, C++, so a best way to have a ATS friendly resume is like based on my experience, I prefer a single column templates. Like you have double column as well as single column. But as per my experience, whenever I used to submit my double column resume, it used to get like the what they say the accuracy was quite low, whereas a single column works very well. And as simple as you keep, like that is the best way to get it more ATS friendly. Just make sure like whatever you are mentioning about your experience, boldify the things that you want to highlight.
Okay. Sir, I guess the screen is stuck.
Uh, is that
Sir, again,
I'm sharing this resume template.
sir, it's not moving actually. It's stuck in one position, in one frame.
Okay, okay, let me. Is it fine now? I hope you are able to see.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, fine. So yeah, I was speaking about ETS friendly resume. So issues. Uh, so I will share the PPT with you guys in the comment. So we can be in a same phase. Let me just do that. So I have just shared my screen, shared the link with you guys in the comment. Okay, so yeah, the thing I was mentioning about is ETS friendly resume. It's better to have those. And before applying to an intern, like it is suggested to have at least two projects before you are applying for any intern. So that actually shows like how enthusiastic you are and in which domain you are working and how much curious you are there in learning. And coming like specific to research interns, like you should have at least two LORs with you with the professors. So if you are applying for research intern, make sure to have at least two LORs ready with you guys. Okay. So how to apply for these interns? Okay. So like what is the approach? How can we have research interns? Right after, like some of them were mentioning they are in from first year, so they wanted to just apply right after first year. So yeah, you can have that also. So here is like a basic workflow that you can just follow. So this is an intern program, so index program. So this is the index. So here we have like all the research programs at a single platform. So like MITAX is from like Canada research program, and then we have from US. Uh, then like we have various programs here. So UC Berkeley program is there. Then summer research opportunities. So these are for from foreign countries. like this one is from India, ICTS. And then at the end we have special programs for the Indian students. So you can see here are some internship programs for the Indian students. So the thing is, you can just click on these programs, you can search on that, and you can apply. Okay, so what after shortlisting the program? So once we have a list of programs, okay, so I want to apply here. Then what next? So you should be having strong SOPs. So what do you mean by SOP? So SOP is the statement of purpose. कि आप apply क्यों कर रहे हो intern के लिए? What is your purpose for applying? So that must cover a basic introduction about yourself, what is your background, why this program is, and how it is related to your career goal. So you should be like about to show that whatever your career goal is, whatever your aim is, and whatever the program aim is, both matches with each other. And at the end, you should be concluding why you are the best candidate suited for this program, and then it should end with a conclusion. Okay. So yeah, many of the international programs and research program also ask for LOR, so you should have at least 2 LORs from the professor. So you can ask our college professors itself, under whichever you like, so whichever subject you like, you can just ask them for LOR. So that it stands for letter of recommendation. So it states that the professor is recommending you to go there and have your research completed there. So yeah. One thing is we should apply very well before. So why before the deadline? Because a few of the programs what they expect is you should have as they follow the first come first serve principle. So if you are coming first, if you are applying first, so they will be shortlisting the first applicant, and later they will be shortlisting them. Okay, so this was one way to have a research intern. Alternatively, what we can do is we can shortlist universities. So based on universities, we shortlist whichever universities we like. Then we should have we should shortlist professors and collect their mail IDs, and then we can have a mass mailing. So I can just share a mass mailing sample with you guys, which I have followed from these meetings. So I will just share this in the comment. Okay, so if you guys need any mass mailing format, so what is the format that we should follow? I can just say share you all a sample mail that you can have as a template, and then you can edit it and use it for as per your background and as per your experience. The reply rate in this alternative way is quite low, but however, it's if you apply for 20 professor, 1 or 2 will get back and they will be replying to you. But don't lose hope. This is also one of the this method is coming from ages, so and it works well as well. Okay, so yeah. Last thing is I had been part of a few of the open source programs as well. So how you can apply for an open source and what all you can what is the flow and how you can be part of them. So you should be having dates in hand. This is the GitHub repository, so it has mentioned various open source platforms. I will be just sharing you the link so that you can just have a track on the timeline when that organization starts and when that program starts, and then you can apply for it. Okay, so this is that link. Yeah. So as soon as you find a good program that is suitable for you and that matches your timeline, what you can do is you can just get touch with that organizer and the organization. You can start contributing to them. You can solve small issues. There are some beginner friendly issues that you can have a look at, and you can solve them. So as soon as once the application period starts, you can prepare a good proposal. So the proposal will have what your project is, a brief about project overview, the idea, the deliverables, and what is the timeline. So in the timeline, just be realistic, what you can commit and how much you can commit. Stick to that because timeline matters a lot in this. you can add your past contribution and you can like ask whatever questions you are having and then conclude at the end. Okay, so yeah, that was all about me. So thank you. We can have a quick Q&A session. So if you have any kinds of doubts or anything, like we can discuss.
So that was really enlightening. Thank you. We have some questions.
Yes, yes. So okay, Yash is asking any specific points to keep in mind for research internship. Yeah, so you are if you are applying for any research internship, like be clear what your career aim is, what you want to pursue further, and in which like in which research area you are interested in. Yeah, that must be keep in mind, and you need to like focus in that direction only. What are the main day-to-day responsibilities involved in internship? Okay, so while you are working as an intern, so a regular touch with your mentor, like so like every mentor has their own way of handling their interns. So it is advisable that once in 3 days you get in touch with the mentors and suppose so the main responsibility that you have is there will be like you have two options. One thing is you can do your own project under the under his or her guidance, and second, whatever like the professors are working under, so you can just get in touch with them and work on the same project and help them learn about their project and start contributing to their project. So those will be your main responsibility to help your mentor, and if you wish, you can pursue your own project as
The next question is
well.
from Harshit. He's
Okay.
asking what skills he should refine, and he's not confident regarding what shall he do, so that can you guide him.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, technical skills are not that much refined, and I'm not confident regarding that. Shall I do? Okay. So, yeah, regarding your technical skills, like I hope you're from first year, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So, uh, what you can start with, as mentioned, like to apply for any internship, so there is a basic requirement. You should have a resume, right? So, for resume, you should be having some project. So, you should start with resume by building some projects. So you can start with basic projects, and while like learning by doing is the best thing that I feel. So when you do something, you learn a lot. So just you can take a project, take a aim, search for a problem statement, and try solving that. And once you do that, you need a solution for that. So you start with a research, you Google it, is there any available solution there? You try for finding a solution and get a particular roadmap. So while you complete that project, you automatically build your technical skills. So like that was the path for me as well. How I began like it was my journey in Vibhav itself. So in first year I was part of Vibhav, and there how my everything like project and technical stuff started. So yeah, it's all from the basic. You start, you begin with a project, and then end as an intern, and then at the corporate world.
The next is, which one do you prefer, research intern or industrial intern?
Okay, so Yaman, it's for me. I would prefer more into like I'm more into industrial internships from like many times. So I would prefer that because my aim for career is like if you are looking forward to have PhD abroad or if you are looking forward to get into research side or teaching side, then you can have your complete goal in the research side. But if you feel like you are a developer and you want to develop something, or if you want to have some startups or work as an employee, then like industrial internships are preferred. So it completely depends on an individual mindset, like what he wants to pursue and in which he has an interest in.
Next, I have my own question. How did you manage your time while you were doing internships and you were in
Mhm.
clubs and still manage your academics?
So yeah, uh, this like this question is itself a dilemma for me as well because in the first my freshman year and sophomore year I used to be in various clubs. Uh, I wanted to just explore everything and choose like what is best suited for me. So it was just like I jumped into many things, but like after having like experience for this 4 years, what I would suggest is it's better to have a one goal, single goal, focus on that goal, and proceed in that direction. So that is the way like how you can give your 100% to that thing. If you are jumping into multiple fields, it's always like you need to manage time and then you have to prioritize the things. So when I was in my first 2 years of the college. So what I used to do is I used to just prioritize the things. So to which thing I need to give more time, more commitment. So I just used to give them order and in a sequential manner I used to do that.
Thank you, sir.
So but yeah, still I will prefer like to conclude it's always better to have a one goal set and give 100% to that and it gives you much better results.
Yeah, that was really beneficial. Uh, Thank you, sir, for sharing your time and ideas with us about the internships.
Yeah, thanks everyone, thanks.
Kavya, I think you are mute.
Next up, we have Rishabh Kawat sir. He is a machine learning developer and data science intern at Pharmacy and winner of Lost Word Hackathon by Times of India. His intelligence and ability to seize opportunity have allowed him to achieve so much, which is why he is here to guide us all.
Hello.
Hello,
Uh,
sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to the
Okay.
session.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for the great introduction. So I hope all are you there. First of all, I want to know that whether my voice is clear or not. Please write. Uh, Hello. Good evening, Hitesh sir. Please write. Uh, please write. Okay in the chat box if my voice is clear and you are able to see my screen. I am sharing my screen. Charging. Okay. Okay. Everything good. I think so. Oh. So am I visible? Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now you can stop. Okay. I got to know. Yeah. Water allure from professors. Okay. We will come to that also. So, okay. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. I am Rishabh Dhankawat and I did my internship from Pharmacy, which is, I think you all have heard about that. It is an e commerce website for, you can stop writing. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, which is the e commerce platform for selling the medicines. Okay, so previously before Pharmacy I also did internet suitable AI and many other companies like LMC also. So basically, wait a minute. So basically what the thing is, I did like the Pharmacy, as you can see, it's a kind of a API holding is the is the giant under which Pharmacy comes. So these are the particular companies which I had worked for. Means these are all comes under the Pharmacy group, and we did the software for these groups like API Holdings, Docon, Pharmacy, and Retail IO. Okay. Okay, so basically, how did I apply? As the team told me that we need to clear everything. That how did I apply? How should I go for? So first of all, as previously Yuvraj also told that that CV, how to make the CV and how to rank the CV. First of all, I would like to know that which age group is my audience? Are they mostly from first year, second year, or third year? Write in the chat box of your uh, of your of your year, first year, second year, or third year. so that we can take the session up accordingly. Write your third year. Okay गाइस, देखो ऐसा है, कॉलेज भी जल्दी खुल सकते हैं, है ना। आज भी नोटिफिकेशन आई है, तो फटाफट से हम थोड़े इंटरेक्टिव करते हैं चीज को। सो बेसिकली आई आई थिंक, हाँ, गुड। फर्स्ट ईयर, सेकंड ईयर, ओके। तो बेसिकली पास, हाँ, ओके, पास आउट पीपल आर आल्सो, ओके। बेसिकली फर्स्ट ईयर एंड सेकंड ईयर, सो ओके, वी विल टेक अप दैट ओनली। तो फर्स्ट ईयर को ही बहुत सारी confusion होती है, how they should go for, with whether they should go for internships in first year, or they should try in second year, or they should try in third year. So basically I will be covering that point. So basically this is my small screenshot, that how did I went for internship. So basically this was, I what I did is, like, there are so many platforms where you can apply with internship. Basically this is the pattern I am टेलिंग फॉर सेकंड ईयर एंड थर्ड ईयर। ओके, सो मैं क्या करूंगा, बीच बीच में बताता भी रहूंगा कि कौन से ईयर के लिए हम ये मैं जो बता रहा हूँ वो कौन से ईयर के लिए ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल है। ठीक है, तो बेसिकली आई थिंक यू गाइस आर कंफर्टेबल इन इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी बोथ। ओके, या एनआईटी हमीरपुर के हैं सब। ओके, सो बेसिकली द थिंग इज, तो ये वाला जो तरीका है लिंक्डइन का, लाइक बेसिकली यू कैन अप्रोच फॉर द इंटर्नशिप्स इन योर सेकंड ईयर एंड थर्ड ईयर with the LinkedIn platform, AngelList, and there are so many platforms. So basically क्या है, first year you don't have a full LinkedIn profile. So as you, the points which were already told by Yuvraj, so I will not be covering that. I will come covering something new extra so that I can add on to the whole session. So basically this is a small message which I made, like, you see sir, I am final student in NIT Hamirpur looking for internship opportunities. See, what I did was, how did I apply? The question of this answer is, what I did, I sent the LinkedIn request to around 200 HRs and the CTOs, not HRs, basically CTOs, and the, as you can see, head of technology. He was the ex-director of Flipkart. So basically, just I took I sent the connection to around 200 people, all at once. Okay, so I did a template. I made a basic template. After that, whenever just जैसे मेरी request accept would, I send this small message to those. Okay, so what the thing I was ready with, I was ready with my portfolio. तो जैसे भी अभी आप किसी को मेल करते हो या मैसेज करते हो, बेसिकली सेम ट्रिक यू कैन अप्लाई इन मेलिंग ऑल्सो। ओके, सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द थिंग, कि अगर किसी करियर पेज पे ओपनिंग नहीं खुली है तो आप उसको कैसे कर सकते हैं। दिस थिंग ऑल्सो वर्क इन गूगल ऑल्सो, दिस थिंग वर्क इन अमेजन ऑल्सो। ओके, तो ये ऐसी बात नहीं है कि ये यूनिकॉर्न्स में चलेगा, जेंट कंपनीज ऑल्सो go for like this thing. So basically क्या है, तो the LinkedIn pattern. So basically applying for the LinkedIn, you can in this thing I am telling about LinkedIn, but I am telling about industrial and research also you can find on LinkedIn. So basically when you are targeting your company or your university on LinkedIn, just keep a template of a small message ready with you. Okay, with a portfolio and your LinkedIn ID, your one page CV. So basically keep your CV ready of one page. I will show you my CV also in coming minutes. So basically yeah, so अगर career page पे आपको नहीं opportunity मिलती है, basically होता क्या है ना, करियर पेज पे जब आप अप्लाई करते हो तो करियर पेज पे आपका रेज्यूम पे एटीएस लगता है। जैसे कि एज माय कलीग रुगार ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू कि एटीएस कैसे काम करता है। तो बेसिकली क्या होता है ना, करियर पेज पे जो आपका होता है वो एटीएस लगता है, तो आपके रेज्यूम की शॉर्ट लिस्टिंग उसके अकॉर्डिंग होती है। तो भले ही आपका रेज्यूम बहुत अच्छा हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने डीएसए के 500 लीड कोड के क्वेश्चन करे हुए हैं, ठीक है, वो भले ही वो चीज ना देखे और वो चीज आपका बाईपास कर जाए। तो बेसिकली करियर पेज पे एक बहुत बड़ा वो ड्रॉबैक होता है, जब तक वो प्लेसमेंट की कंपनी आपके उसमें नहीं आती। तो या तो दूसरा तरीका ये होता है डायरेक्टली मैसेज करने का। तो every company, what the current scenario is, every company is keep on hiring. Okay, every month there are so many positions for the interns, also for the industrial also जो आती रहती हैं। तो बेसिकली कीप दिस इज द शॉर्ट ट्रिक व्हिच आई एम टेलिंग यू। सो दिस इज माय ट्रिक, दैट हाउ डिड आई अप्लाई। Okay, the answer of this question, you can try, many ways are there. Okay, so this is one of my way of finding the internships. Or basically what I did is, I around 3-4 internships I did using this method only. So my previous internship was also like this. I connected with some of the CEOs and the founders of the small startups. Okay, so this is what, keep your portfolio ready. So this is my portfolio. Keep a simple portfolio. Ki what are your tech stacks, what are your experiences, what are your projects. This is a previous my old old portfolio, so this is not yet updated. So I did also internet suitable AI. so basically तो अभी सेकंड ईयर के और थर्ड ईयर के बच्चों का डाउट होता है कि सर हम बड़ी कंपनी को कैसे टारगेट करें, कि या हमें तो कुछ आता नहीं है. तो बेसिकली यू कैन कनेक्ट विद स्टार्टअप्स. ओके, सो बेसिकली सेकंड ईयर के लिए स्पेशली एंड फर्स्ट ईयर के लिए द लेवल ऑन विच यू आर, यू कैन टारगेट ऑन द स्टार्टअप. तो बेसिकली अगर आप प्रोफाइल्स देखोगे हमारे सीनियर्स की भी और हमारी भी, तो सबने फर्स्ट सेकंड ईयर में दे टारगेटेड फॉर स्टार्टअप्स. ओके, and after that in third year we target for the MNC. So this is the best way to go start your journey in the industrial thing. Okay, this is I am talking about industrial internships. Next thing is about research internships. So basically research internships also, what we do is research internships you can apply in first year also and second year also. Like we have a example of Hitesh Monga sir. He did intern in IIT Indore in first year, and second year he did intern in Finland. So basically it depends on your research profile. If we go for the research internship, how many research papers you have published. Okay, तो ये सब रिसर्च इंटर्न के लिए था. तो लेट्स कम ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट. ये एक बार मैं फिर से भी एक बार आपको बता दूंगा. आई थिंक कुछ चीजें क्लियर हुई हैं. अगर बीच में किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो पूछ लेना, ठीक है. सो बेसिकली फिर क्या होते हैं, इंटरव्यू राउंड्स हुए थे. तो बेसिकली हम सेशन थोड़ा इंटरेक्टिव रखेंगे. आप लोग बीच में अगर पूछना चाहेंगे ना तो हम पूछ आई विल कैरी ऑन दैट टू. Okay, so the interviews round which I go for, like I did for 2 interview rounds. So basically the hook you will see here is, जो LinkedIn के थ्रू अगर हम जाते हैं तो you bypass a technical round, they directly call you for the interview. Okay, so this is one of the major you can say major benefit of applying with the LinkedIn. Okay, सो लिंक्डइन से क्या होता है कि आपका टेक्निकल राउंड में नहीं बैठना पड़ता, डायरेक्टली कॉल यू फॉर द इंटरव्यू. तो इंटरव्यू के 2 राउंड होते हैं. तो इंडस्ट्री में एज यू कैन सी आई एम डूइंग डेटा साइंस. सो दे आस्क्ड अबाउट माय डेटा साइंस प्रोजेक्ट्स, my data science projects and data structure and algorithms. So basically data structure and algorithms you can target with the basic DSA. If your profile is like 50% development and 50% DSA, then it will be same profile. Okay, so DSA plus data science plus projects. So this was my profile. So basically what in our college the culture is, or what is the culture like, until कभी कभी क्या होता है, या तो आपकी पूरी प्रोफाइल हमेशा DSA और प्लस CP वाली होती है, या आपकी DSA प्लस डेवलपमेंट वाली होती है. सो आई वाज अ पर्सन जिसकी प्रोफाइल DSA प्लस डेवलपमेंट थी. सो एट दैट टाइम आई वाज इनटू DSA also, so they did ask my DSA. So basically DSA in industrial, if you're targeting industrial internships in any domain, in data science, in app development, in web development, then DSA is also a thing you need to keep on mind. कि ऐसे भी नहीं कि सारे बस में प्रोजेक्ट्स करके चले जाऊं, बट द थिंग इज ऐसे भी नहीं कि सिर्फ DSA ही करके चले जाओ और आप डेटा साइंस का इंटरव्यू देने पहुंच गए. ओके, so this is the thing I am talking about here. I am talking about DSA, not competitive programming. Like many of you will think that सर ये कोड फोर्सेस पे हमारा नहीं है, इस पे कोड सेफ पे हमारी 4 स्टार रेटिंग है. दैट इज नॉट द थिंग रिलेटेड टू DSA, है ना. DSA we can basically target the platforms about like Geek for Geeks and Lead Code. Okay, Geek for Geeks and Lead Code, these are the things which we can target. Okay, DSA means data structure and algorithm. So if concluding to the DSA, like there are only 500 DSA questions. It's a very big thing that I am telling you. So DSA is all about 500 questions. Give around 3 to 4 months to complete that DSA questions, and don't be think कि अभी second year में अभी नहीं होगा, third year में आ गए तो अब बहुत लेट हो गया. उसके लिए लेट कभी नहीं होता है. They give around 5 to 6 months in those 500 questions, and definitely you will see yourself somewhere. So basically what are my tasks at the pharmacy? So basically what I do is should be focus on DSA development suit in, yeah, okay, I will coming to that also. So basically my task at the pharmacy was I am doing the data science for search engine. As you already know about ki search engine hota hai, recommendation engine hota hai. So I am in the search engine team. So I am in a search engine team. So basically you can see that ये मेरे साथ में दो, एक अमेजन जब भी हम कुछ सर्च करते हैं तो एक तरफ आप देख सकते हैं कि लेफ्ट साइड में I did a query of Wix, and at the right side I did a query for pharmacy. ओके। सो अब इसके अगर आप लोग रिजल्ट देखेंगे तो बेसिकली आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू कि क्या फर्क होता है दोनों में और किस चीज पे मैंने काम किया है, तो थोड़ा वो थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है। सो विक्स से अगर मैंने फॉर अमेजन पे कुछ सर्च किया तो सी यू कैन सी द रिजल्ट, विक्स इनहेलर, विक्स वेपर अप, विक्स साउंड, विक्स कप ड्रॉप्स, एंड इफ यू आर सर्चिंग द सेम थिंग ऑन फार्मेसी प्लेटफॉर्म डायरेक्टली यू विल गेट द प्रोडक्ट्स। सो जब भी आप अमेजन पे कुछ सर्च करते हो तो आपके पास उसकी वो वैरायटी देता है कि आपको रोलर चाहिए, इनहेलर चाहिए। But on the pharmacy, if the person is coming and buying for the Vicks, then I will definitely see that जो trend जो directly करते हैं वो vapor up के लिए आएगा मेरे पास, so I know what the my customer is asking for. Okay, like I am logged in a particular ID. So basically हमने Amazon से एक थोड़ा अच्छा जो एक achievement किया है कि हम जो रिजल्ट देते हैं आपको, वो एक तरीके से आपके पर्सनलाइज रिजल्ट्स होते हैं कि आपने रिजल्ट किया तो मेरे को पता है कि पिछली बार बंदा 4 बार विक्स वेपर अप लेके गया है तो उसको विक्स वेपर अप के लिए आएगा ना, आई एम गिविंग द प्रोडक्ट। ओके, एंड बट ऑन द अमेजन प्लेटफॉर्म यू आर गेटिंग अ वेरियस कैटेगरी। सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द थिंग व्हिच आई एम वर्किंग ऑन। I am working on ranking of results relevance on a personalization using NLP task. So this is a very like a very interesting thing, okay, in data science if you want to pursue your future career in data science. So these are the things you can, so this is like a end product. तो जब भी आप कुछ काम करते हो कुछ सामने दिखता है तो basic, so yeah, it feels good. Okay, so basically this is one of the if coming to the data science, this is like I want using from this slide I want to make you clear one thing, like there are so many questions ki DSA के लिए DSA क्या कितनी चाहिए, या if you are pursuing data science या development DSA कितनी चाहिए, या फिर मुझे अपनी मेरे मेरे कोर कितने स्ट्रांग होने चाहिए, या अगर मैं कंप्यूटर साइंस में तो फंडामेंटल्स कितने स्ट्रांग होने चाहिए। तो इफ आई टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ अ मशीन लर्निंग इंजीनियर, एज आई एम इनटू डेटा साइंस, सो बेसिकली अगर क्या कहते हैं सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग में अगर आप जा रहे हो, सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग एमएल में फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप डायरेक्टली सॉफ्टवेयर बिल्ड कर रहे हो, देन डेफिनेटली योर सीएस फंडामेंटल्स एंड प्रोग्रामिंग शुड बी स्ट्रांग। ओके, दिस स्लाइड आई विल शेयर विद यू। सो जो भी इंटरव्यू होता है वो मतलब सिर्फ ये नहीं एमएल इंजीनियर ही किसी ने लिख दिया, अप्लाइड एमएल इंजीनियर होता है, कोर एमएल इंजीनियर होता है, डेटा एनालिस्ट होता है, एंड सॉफ्टवेयर एमएल इंजीनियर होता है। सो बेसिकली these are the different amount of the topic you need to see. Okay, if you are applying for the software engineer ML, your CS fundamentals and programming should be strong. You can omit probability and statistics from your profile. Okay, data modulation, so this is like a bar. Software engineering, system designing, those who are from the CSE background, they will study in your syllabus also. And after that, if you are going for the data analyst profile, so you will be asked about the probability and statistics, data modeling and evaluation. So ऐसा नहीं है कि data science में जा रहे हो तो अब बहुत ही ज्यादा maths आनी चाहिए या बहुत कम CS fundamentals आने चाहिए। ओके, सो ऐसा नहीं होता है कि जस्ट सी कि कैसे कैसे होता है। तो ये इंटरव्यू के टाइम एक बहुत बड़ा हम मेजर कर देते हैं। स्टेबल इंटरव्यू तब बनता है जब आपको जो आप अपने सीवी में बनाते हो और आपका जो इंटरव्यू लेने वाला है वो एक आपस में कनेक्ट कर पाए। अगर वो अप्लाइड एमएल इंजीनियर के लिए ले रहा है तो अगर आपने उसको प्रूव कर दिया कि हाँ भाई मेरे को सीएस फंडामेंटल 50% आता है और मेरे को अप्लाइड एमएल इतनी आती है, तो ये चीज उसकी इसी के हिसाब से आपका इंटरव्यू जाएगा। लेकिन अगर आप फॉर एग्जांपल आप जा रहे हो अप्लाइड एमएल इंजीनियर के लिए और आपने सीएस फंडामेंटल कुछ भी नहीं कर रखा, ठीक है, आपने सिर्फ करा हुआ एआईएमएल एंड अप्लाइंग एमएल एल्गोरिथम्स एंड लाइब्रेरीज, ठीक है, फंडामेंटल आपको पता ही नहीं है, तो फिर वो आपके लिए ड्रॉबैक हो जाएगा। तो ये एक इंटरव्यू का वो होता है और ये चीज आपको पता होनी चाहिए। सो इसमें अगर कोई डाउट है ना तो जरूर पूछ लेना, बिकॉज दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड ये मेरे बहुत काम आई थी आगे तक। ओके, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो फर्स्ट ईयर वाले हैं उनके लिए ये चीज कि हम स्टार्ट कैसे करें ना, हमारा आई थिंक इन द युवराज द सेशन बाय युवराज somebody was asking कि हम स्टार्ट कैसे करें मनी, तो पार्टिसिपेट इन हैकाथन्स। लाइक आई डिड took part in many kinds of hackathons, like me and one of my friend Utkarsh, we were the winner of Smart India hackathon, Lost Vote challenge by Times of India. You all have heard of, maybe you all have heard about Smart India hackathon also. So yeah, we were the winner, and the projects which we took in the Smart India hackathon and Texas IACDC, these were the same projects. Like what we did was हमने second year में project बनाया था, उसी को हम 3-4 hackathon में ले गए थे, तो वो प्रोजेक्ट सेम जगह चलता रहा। एंड यू नो व्हाइल गिविंग द इंटरव्यू माय प्रोजेक्ट वाज appreciated by the team, है ना। So yeah, winner of Smart India hackathon, and you see winner of Lost Force challenge here I had given my presentation to Chief Election Commission of India and the GitHub's country manager. So basically हैकेथन में भी अगर आप जाते हो ना, छोटी छोटी हैकेथन से स्टार्ट करो. हमारी इलेक्ट्रोथॉन भी अभी होने वाली है स्पेक की, तो उसमें भी ट्राई करना. या इन माय सेकंड ईयर आई वाज द विनर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोथॉन. तो दिस वाज स्टार्ट ऑफ माय जर्नी. सो यू ऑल हैव हर्ड अबाउट शार्क टैंक आल्सो. सो यही वाला सेम प्रोजेक्ट हम शार्क टैंक में भी ले गए थे. बस हाँ, हम टीवी वाले राउंड तक हम पहुंचते पहुंचते रह गए थे. बट हम शार्क टैंक के भी वी वर ऑन द थर्ड राउंड ऑफ द शार्क टैंक. ओके. सो या, सो लॉस्ट वोट चैलेंज इट वाज बाय टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया. तो ये क्या हुआ था कि बेसिकली जब मैं टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया गिटहब वाली में गया था, तो आई गॉट द मेंटर, द डायरेक्टर ऑफ गिटहब, धीरज ज्ञानी. सो बेसिकली गिटहब एंड आईबीएम से भी इंटर्नशिप्स के ऑफर आए थे वहां से भी, बट वो क्या थे, डोमेन से लगते. तो हैकेथन से बहुत फायदा होता है आपको, जिसमें कि आप इंटर्नशिप्स के लिए डायरेक्टली जा सकते हैं. तो बेसिकली उनको पता लग जाता है हैकेथन से कि आपको रियल लाइफ एप्लीकेशन पे काम करना आता है. ठीक है. तो हैकेथन से बेसिकली आपकी जो प्रोफाइल होती है वो प्रोजेक्ट वाली प्रोफाइल भी डेवलप होती है. ठीक है. तो प्रोजेक्ट वाली प्रोफाइल के लिए ऐसे नहीं कि मैं बैठा हूँ मेरे को प्रोजेक्ट करना है. टेक पार्ट इन हैकेथन. आई मस्ट से दैट कि हमारे यहाँ पे तो तब भी इतना कल्चर कम है, तो बाहर है, तो हैकेथन से बहुत फायदा होता है. हैकेथन बहुत जो स्टार्ट हुई थी वो स्टार्ट ही हायरिंग के लिए हुई थी. बाद में स्टूडेंट्स ने उसको स्टूडेंट्स और कॉलेज के करिकुलम में आया. ठीक है. तो हैकेथन से हैकेथन से आपको अपने बारे में पता लगता है कि फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने ऐप फर्स्ट ईयर में मैंने ऐप के लिए हैकेथन उठाई, नहीं मुझे मजा नहीं आया. ठीक है. सेकंड ईयर में मैंने डेटा साइंस के लिए हैकेथन उठाई. ठीक है. मेरे को वो पता लगा कि हाँ जी भाई कि आई सी माई सेल्फ इन कमिंग 5 years. ओके. सो दिस इज वन ऑफ सम ऑफ द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ द हैकेथन. आई हैव 7 minutes. ठीक है. तो टेक पार्ट इन द हैकेथन एंड साइड बाय साइड डू द डीएसए आल्सो, है ना. तो ये भी नहीं कि डीएसए छोड़ दिया वो सब कर दिया. ओके. कि इतनी हार्ड एंड फास्ट भी नहीं कर, मेक स्टेबल. कॉलेज में आए हो यार तो सब कुछ करो, है ना. वी गॉट लॉट टू लर्न अबाउट विद आवर सीनियर्स. अगर मैं भी कुछ बोल पा रहा हूँ तो हमने भी अपने सीनियर से पूछा है. हितेश मोंगा सर वाज इन द सेशन, ऋतिक सर वाज आल्सो इन द सेशन. सो बेसिकली यही इन लोगों ने हमें बताया. तो बेसिकली इफ वी आर सेइंग समथिंग तो हमारा भी कुछ अपना एक्सपीरियंस रहा है. Okay, so yeah, these were some of the hackathon. So these were some of my projects. Okay. So this is one of the chair. तो कौन जो लोग कहते हैं ना फर्स्ट ईयर में हम प्रोजेक्ट्स वगैरह नहीं बना सकते, ठीक है, तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. ये बीसीआई व्हील चेयर बनाई थी हमने, ये हमने फर्स्ट ईयर में बनाई थी. सो आई वाज विद माय 3 टीम मेंबर्स. दे वर इन माय ब्रांच ओनली, उत्कर्ष स्वयं अक्षत. सो ये व्हील चेयर हमने फर्स्ट ईयर में ही बनाई थी. एंड तो इसमें क्या हुआ था, इसकी बड़ी अच्छी स्टोरी है कि हमने 25,000 अपनी घर से लेके या कलेक्ट करके हमने इसका किया था. और उसके बाद भी हमें कॉलेज से तो फंडिंग मिली नहीं. चलो एनीवे, सो दीज आर सम ऑफ माय ओल्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड दिस इज वन ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट दृष्टि की. अभी ये दृष्टि में मेरी वन ऑफ माय इंटर्न I started in my previous month only. I am also doing intern with the IIM Bangalore. So we are having a office cabin assigned and the office space assigned at IIM Bangalore. So basically we are working on this project in IIM Bangalore and they are also giving us the stipend to working our own project only. ठीक है. तो उन्होंने हमें बोला कि आप अपनी प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करो and we will give you a stipend. और उस स्टाइपेंड का अमाउंट भी अच्छा है. तो बेसिकली तो यू नेवर नो कि कौन सी चीज आपको कहाँ पे ले जाए. अगर क्योंकि हम ऐसा होता है कि 10th क्लास में हम ये सोचते हैं कि भाई इंजीनियरिंग में जाएंगे, ये करेंगे, तो नेवर, तो उस जील को कभी खत्म मत होने देना. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली ये प्रोजेक्ट था, यही प्रोजेक्ट दृष्टि वाला था. लाइक वी आर टू मच अटैच्ड विद दिस प्रोजेक्ट. तो दिस प्रोजेक्ट वी डिड आल्सो टुक इन द शार्क टैंक. तो शार्क टैंक में जो डायरेक्टर थे उन्होंने हमारा इवैल्यूएशन किया था, बट समहाउ हम लास्ट प्रोजेक्ट तक नहीं पहुंच पाए. दैट्स ओके. सो या, तो दृष्टि दृष्टि प्रोजेक्ट वी आर टेकिंग इन अंडर आईएम बैंगलोर एनएसआर सेल. सो वहां पे भी अभी हमारा इंक्यूबेशन हो चुका है. एंड तो वहां पे भी हमें ऑफिस स्पेस मिला है, मतलब काफी सही ऑफिस स्पेस है वो. सो या, सो इंडस्ट्रियल और रिसर्च इंटर्नशिप्स है. बेसिकली अगर तुम, बहुत लोग ये डाउट पूछते हैं कि हमें रिसर्च करनी चाहिए, इंडस्ट्रियल करनी चाहिए. सो दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू, वेयर डू यू सी योरसेल्फ इन कमिंग 5 years. Okay, if you want to go for the MS, please do research internships. Okay, ये भी नहीं कि on a peer pressure do industrial only. Okay, just first second year in coming till third year you will get to know that which profile you are good for, either industrial or either research. But basically in our college students do both. Like you may have seen Nishant Hada sir's profile. He did research also, he did industrial also. Okay, so there are so many programs. अगर मैं उस पे आया तो फिर उसमें it will take a more time. So industrial and research internship both are good. And internशाला पे कभी भी industrial internships मत search करना. And go for AngelList, go for LinkedIn and Gmail. Gmail is one of the I can say that LinkedIn, AngelList, Internshala, Gmail is best. Okay, find the email of the recruiters, of the CTOs, of the co-founders and mail them. ओके तो उसके लिए भी अलग अलग तरीके होते हैं कि मेलिंग कैसे करनी चाहिए, आपका मेल स्पैम में ना आ जाए, तो उसके भी तरीके, जस्ट सर्च ऑन द नेट, देयर आर वेरियस ब्लॉग्स अवेलेबल. सो या सो हमारे कॉलेज से रिसर्च एक्सपीरियंस लोगों का बहुत अच्छा है. ओके सो या तो हितेश सर, ही इज आल्सो इन द सेशन, तो उन्होंने भी हमें मतलब हमने सारा उन्हीं से सीखा था. सो बेसिकली ही इज इन फिनलैंड राइट नाउ. सो रिसर्च इंटर्नशिप्स की भी बहुत अच्छी अच्छी वैल्यू होती है. आप यू गेट अ गुड पे इफ यू आर गेटिंग द रिसर्च इंटर्नशिप्स in in other countries. Okay, in India also research is going good but not that much. सो बेसिकली ये है कि अगर आपको अपनी कोर में जाना है, अगर आपको एमटेक में एमएस करनी है, पीएचडी में भी करनी है, देन राइट रिसर्च पेपर्स, एंड द फर्स्ट स्टेप टू इन एंटरिंग इन रिसर्च इज कांटेक्ट योर प्रोफेसर्स. हाँ, और नंबर भी मिलते हैं अगर रिसर्च इंटर्नशिप के लिए टीचर के पास जाते हो, उसके उनके सब्जेक्ट में तो मिलेंगे ही मिलेंगे. तो कांटेक्ट योर प्रोफेसर्स, ठीक है, नंबर भी मिलेंगे, प्लस आपके नाम एक पेपर भी होगा. ठीक है. हाँ, शार्क टैंक, चलो हाँ, तो उसके टीचर्स के साथ भी आपकी अच्छी बनेगी, और आपको एक कॉलेज से मिला. हमारे कॉलेज में इस साल रिसर्च काफी हो, सो मे बी नए डायरेक्टर आए अच्छी हो, तो रिसर्च एंड कीप ऑन ट्राई टू, कि ये भी सोचना कि हमारे फोर्थ ईयर तक एक पेटेंट भी निकल जाए, है ना. तो रिसर्च करते करते भी यू आल्सो गॉट टू नो अबाउट द पेटेंट्स आल्सो. ओके, सो माय फ्रेंड व्हिच इज इन दिस्टी, ही हैज वन पेटेंट अंडर हिज नेम. ठीक है, तो ये हो गई रिसर्च इंटर्नशिप की बात. सो या आई थिंक आई टेक took a much time. So this is my LinkedIn profile. You can connect me on LinkedIn. We can catch up there too. So yeah, thanks a lot for your time. I think it's 7 o'clock and we are done.
Thank you, sir. That was really informative. I'm sure many got inspired today.
Yeah, thanks.
We have
If
some
any
Yes,
questions
questions.
you can write. We are still having 2 minutes left.
There is a question from Garima Goyal. She's asking how to be achiever like you. What's your mantra?
क्या क्या how to be achiever like you? What's the mantra, please? Like, there is a no mantra for anyone. Everyone has his own journey. I shared my journey, and मैं like, हमसे हमारे सीनियर ने हमारी जर्नी शेयर करी थी, so that's the only thing. Like, okay.
What was your most interesting part of your internship?
ये विभव वाली तो नहीं है ना? ठीक है, ठीक है, ओके, गुड. हाँ, most interesting part of internship is like the end product. Okay, the after completing your project, जब कोई बड़ी कंपनी आपका प्रोजेक्ट कहीं लाइव करती है, आप देखते हो कि हाँ भाई, एक एंड यूजर यूज कर रहा है उसको, तो दैट इज द मोस्ट गुड पार्ट, कि कोई कहीं का आपका इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है. जैसे कि आई टोल्ड यू दैट डिफरेंस इन द सर्च इंजन, मतलब मैं ही नहीं कर रहा था, देयर आर बिग टीम behind that, but that is the most interesting thing.
There is my personal question.
Hmm.
Uh, how did you started machine learning? I mean, what was the inspiration?
uh, like I took the, नहीं मतलब basically machine learning ki inspiration, like I went to the various workshops in which are organized by various societies. So there I started and asked about my seniors. Like when I was in first year, Sarthak sir was there, Hitesh sir was there, so they told me about various things. So उसी के साथ start किया. तो मैं IIML के लिए अलग से मतलब courses हैं, I will share the one link, PPT link with you. तो उसमें पूरा pathway होता है. So start with the projects only, machine learning. So that will be very beneficial.
Being with ECE background, how to prepare for
There is
CSE
no
subjects?
there is no वो no, like कोई कंस्ट्रेंट नहीं है उसके लिए कोई कंस्ट्रेंट नहीं है, तो यू कैन गो फॉर दैट.
so what would be the part to win an hackathon?
विन अ हैकाथन, the basic part is use case. Just just see that how much useful your project is. ओके तो उसका एंड में क्या इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है एंड व्हाट द प्रॉब्लम यू आर सॉल्विंग. ऐसे नहीं कोई भी नेट पे प्रोजेक्ट सर्च किया और डाल दिया. सीधा यूज केस कि वो क्या सॉल्व कर रहा है, कौन सी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहा है. कि टेक द सर्विस कि या कि ये 3 साल बाद किसी मतलब अगर इसको हम आगे कंटिन्यू करेंगे 4-5 साल तक तो वो किस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करेगा. तो
Sir, is
बेसिकली तो
DS
बाद में वो स्टार्टअप पे भी कन्वर्ट हो सकता है आपका. सो लाइक विद वन लाइक यू ऑल मे बी ऑल नो अबाउट दीपक सर. तो उन्होंने उनका आइडिया पे अभी हम सब लोग काम कर रहे हैं लाइक मी एंड टीम मेंबर. सो उनका एक बहुत अच्छा आइडिया था तो उस पे भी हम लोग अभी काम कर रहे हैं. तो वो जो चीज सीखने को मिलती है आपके अपने इनोवेशन से वो बहुत अच्छी होती है.
Sir, is DS is necessary for research internships as well?
Yeah, you can say maybe if you are, if for example if you are applying for research internships in like some making some algorithm, है ना. तो बेस तो उसमें भी डीएसए होती है. लाइक आई डिडंट गिव मच इंटरव्यूज बट वन हितेश सर टोल्ड मी दैट उनसे भी डीएसए पूछी गई थी. तो डीएसए या डीएसए पूछते हैं. तो बेसिक डीएसए देखो, डीएसए ऐसा है ना, ऐसी चीज की है कि उसके लिए कोई भाई डीएसए आनी चाहिए तो करनी पड़ेगी. डीएसए इज द थिंग कि एवरीवन लाइक सर्किटल ब्रांच में आती है इलेक्ट्रिकल ईसी CSE. You know DSA. First, it will build your logic. Second thing, it will help you in the placements. और थोड़ा मतलब माइंड रहता है कि हाँ भाई मेरे को DSA आती है. ओके तो DSA I think I must recommend that you all should know about the DSA basic, because if you are a programmer, data structures you should know that because that's the basic thing. Like when I do my internship तो they analyze like मतलब हम स्टार्टअप में अगर इंटर्नशिप करते हैं तो वो कुछ नहीं देखते, लेकिन अगर बड़ी कंपनी में देखोगे तो वो देखते हैं कि आपका फॉर लूप लिखने का भी तरीका क्या है. यू आर राइटिंग इन ओ एन कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी और ओ एन स्क्वायर कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी, तो वहाँ पे डांट भी पड़ जाती है.
Thank you, sir. It was really great to interacting with you.
Okay. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
sir, how do we know that problem solved video on? Okay, we will take some other time. Okay. Okay, thanks a lot.
Now, let us welcome Anika Sharma ma'am. She is a software development engineering intern at LinkedIn, part of Microsoft Engage 21, and she is also represented NITH at Smart India Hackathon 2020. She is a data analysis intern at NITI Aayog and software development intern at Postman. Yes, guys, you heard it all right. She has grabbed these many opportunities and now has come here to share her experience and guide you all with her expertise.
Hey everyone.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hello,
Hey,
ma'am.
good evening. How y'all doing?
We are good. Welcome to
Great.
this session.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the invitation. So you'll be sharing my presentation, right?
Yes, ma'am. We are on it.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, folks, for joining in. A very brief introduction about myself. My name is Anika, and I am a final year undergrad from the ECE. And in the past, I have interned with LinkedIn and Postman. LinkedIn, I'm assuming all of us know. Postman, for the folks who don't know, Postman is basically an API testing platform. So basically, when you write your backend code or your API code, and you don't have to write, the front end code to test it, or some shortcut method to test if your API is working fine or not. That's what Postman does. So I have interned in both of these companies. If you don't understand these terms for now, it's perfectly fine. You have ample time. Next slide, please. So talking about the agenda, what all we'll be covering, we'll be taking it more of some FAQs, like why you want to do this, how you're going to do this, and when and where, how it's going to happen. All right. So next slide, please. Thank you. So the foremost thing is, what should I go for? What domain, whether research or corporate? So, in the first year, we don't have much exposure and people don't really know that, what you want to pursue, whether it is research or you want to go for corporate opportunities, like, join some MNC or startups or stuff like that. So what can be the key params or the key points on the basis of which you decide? So to list a few, next slide, please. All right. So the first thing is career options. When I talk about career options, I mean when you go for research, you'll be pursuing your MS PhD, and you can go in teaching line or stuff like that. But when you look for your interns in MNCs or corporates, you're basically looking for placement opportunities, so that you have a good resume built and you have some good exposure and experience that is going to help you in your when you join as a full timer, right? So this is the foremost thing you need to know: career options. Whether I want to do PhD or MS, I want to go to some foreign universities or stuff, or either I'll be joining some MNC, right? The second thing is you have to explore as much as you can and as early as you can. Generally in the beginning, the approach is like whatever everyone else is following, just go for this. Like in the first year, this was the biggest mistake I made. Like, everyone around me, a group of mine was following something, and I just blindly started following that, which is to some extent right, because you don't have any exposure, and you basically have to explore. So by explore, I mean try out various things. uh, for example, you don't know, you want to go for ML or web dev, or there are several fields like game development or stuff, or research. So what you can do is invest some slot of time. You can like divide, you can like ऐसे कर सकते हैं कि that you, what you do is that you have a month or so, or 6 months, or first sem, or a whole year, and you divide the slots. So now what happens is that in the beginning itself, you would have experience of all the fields, थोड़ा थोड़ा सबका पता होगा. Then it will help you decide, instead कि कोई आपसे कह रहा है कि just go for this because the opportunities are good. Another thing you need to explore is whatever field you're going in. See, it's not about you're being passionate about it. Of course, if you're passionate about something, you're going to do good. But what else matters is that the opportunities are good as well, right? Passionate ho, career opportunities nahi hai, I don't think that would be a good option, right? At the end, sabka, the basic goal is to, we all know that why we are in engineering college. Of course, we are passionate about it, or you want to earn good, earn handsome. That's the other thing. The third thing is CGPA factor. So most of us know that for research interns or stuff, you need to maintain a good CGPA. For the MNCs, a basic cutoff, it can be 7.5, 8, or 8.5. That varies from company to company. So it can be it can be anything for companies. So if you want to maintain a good CGPA, which actually means that you need to read your course, your curriculum, in a very fine manner. So uh,
I guess there is some network issues. She will be joining soon.
just give me a second. I actually, a power cut happened. Just give me a second, I'll be joining in a sec. Will it be okay if I go without my camera on? Will that work?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
I guess.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sure. So I'll like go with my camera off. Just give me a second. Okay, it's fine now. Yeah, so sorry for the trouble. Yeah. So yeah. So where were we? We were on the CGPA factor. So one thing is that for CGPA, you need to decide if you want to go for research opportunities. A good CGPA has to be maintained, which means you need to read your course, your curriculum, all that in a very fine manner. The other thing is various kinds of projects. So basically, what happens is that the thing is that you need to, as I said, when you select a course, you need to decide what field you want to go for. So
She will be back in a minute.
oh, sorry, so sorry for the trouble. So yeah, as I said, when I say that you have to explore and you have to invest some time, which means learning by doing. So you just don't have to learn various, for example, if I take example of web development, there are various frameworks, there are various languages and stuff. So just reading about stuff won't be very useful. What you can do is start with various kinds of projects. There are various ways you can be doing these projects, whether some internships, some small internships, or either you can go for some kind of hackathons or stuff. And the last thing, the best thing is to talk to your seniors who are already in these fields, so that they can help you out with all this stuff. Next slide, please. Another question we all face is, so I'll be bit focusing more on the EC folks and the non CS folks. So what happens is, when you have to grab internships at MNCs, coding tests and CS fundamentals, data structures, all this stuff is necessary, right? So being an EC student, how you're going to manage that, we'll be covering next. Next slide, please. So yeah, so how you're going to manage? First thing we know is that what all is necessary is data structures and algorithms, and the second thing is computer science fundamentals. When I say computer science fundamentals, it covers, the first thing is object oriented programming, then we have database management systems, operating systems, computer networks. If you don't really know, you can maybe list them down. And yeah, these are like the four major things that the interviewers ask you, and mostly they appear in the coding tests as well. So how you going to divide your time, how you going to begin with this? First, we'll focus on DSA. So for DSA, start with the fundamental concepts first. By fundamental concepts, what I mean is some theoretical concepts, right? So there are algorithms. Don't just start jumping. You see people around, they're going for various programming contests or competitive programming and stuff. That's not the case. The point is that you have to make sure that you have a good grip on your fundamental concepts, right? The basic theoretical concepts. So for those, the platforms, the major, the good platforms are, you can have go for Greeks for Geeks. There are some, theory part is listed. So what happens is, you have some theory, and on the basis of which you have some questions, right? Then there is Hacker Earth. On Hacker Earth as well, there are two sections. One is for data structures and one is for algorithms. So for data structures, you have divided heaps, stacks, queues, or for which you will get some basic theories, some basic algorithms. Then we have interview bit. For interview bit, you have some basic questions. And nowadays, there are so many YouTube channels, right? We all know, and they're going to teach you data structures and all this stuff, and some several tricks on that as well, right? Next, what I was saying, you will pura happens is, you have to practice regularly. What what happens is that sometimes there can be case you're stuck on a single question and you can't move to the next. It's okay, give some time. Don't just jump to the solution. This won't happen. And when a question on basis of this particular topic you encounter, you won't be able to do, because what you did was mugged up the earlier approach, right? So the best way is to give some time, invest some time, like an hour or two or something. At the end, if you're not able to do is, go for the solution, but just don't copy paste it. Learn where you were lacking, and while you will be doing questions, you'll start discovering so many tips, so many tricks that will help you later on as well. As for the time management, sometimes what happens is, for the coding contest, you have an hour and you have to attempt 4 or 5 questions or something like that. So time management itself is very important. So when you feel you have good practice, you have done some good practice, the next thing is to jump onto time management strategy by these contests, which on various platforms like Code Forces and CodeChef, they host many contests weekly, monthly. So you can go for those as well. And for internships, if I talk about what kind of questions you need to practice and what kind of platforms you need to go for, you can go for lead code medium level. That's like the max you'll encounter mostly. Sometimes what people try to do is go for very difficult ones, or like go for the very easier ones and ignore that's not the case. You just have to, make sure that you practice till some medium level questions. So make sure, when you're practicing on some online platforms, lead code for me, or like it's considered to be one of the best platforms, so you can go till lead code medium level. And the other thing is interview bit you can do towards the end, when you have like done some ample practice on various platforms. Now coming to the CS theory. So now that I'm an EC student, I have my curriculum to do. I have to maintain a good decent CGPA, not like for research you have to maintain 9.5, 9 plus or something. For companies you have to maintain a good decent CGPA, right? So for that, now you have to manage your CS theory concepts as well. For example, as I said, object oriented programming, or we have DBMS or OS or computer networks and stuff. For those, make sure that you have some monthly and weekly targets. डोंट रश योरसेल्फ कि एक दिन में, आज 2 दिन है, ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग पूरा खत्म करना है. नॉट द केस. दैट्स नॉट रियली गोना हेल्प यू. बाय द टाइम you have interviews, you'll forget all of those. So the best way is to, divide your time. For example, you have 2 to 3 months. What you can do is dedicate a whole month to one of the topic, and then the next. This way that can help you, but keep a check on yourself by these targets. So for the platforms, you can again refer to GFG, which is considered one of the best platforms for theory. You can have some Udemy courses, Coursera courses, and again there are various YouTube channels for this as well. If you're interested in reading books, that's also a good practice, but since I didn't refer many of those, so I don't have much idea about this, but GFG worked best for me. Next slide please. So yeah, the next question is where and how to apply for internships. Now that we know how we are gonna, study for it, or how we're gonna prepare for it, but how do we even apply for it? Next slide. So yeah, these are some of the platforms where you can apply, starting with career sites and referrals. So wherever you want to work, or wherever you see that there are some opportunities, there are career sites for every company where they have listed the job opportunities with the corresponding job ID. And referrals, you can ask, we'll be like taking the referral thing in the next slide, so I'll skip this for now. The second is LinkedIn works best. So what happens is, once you start on LinkedIn, you can post your referral opportunities there. So
So, guys, please don't panic. She will be live back in 1 minute. So, if you all have any queries regarding the session, you all can post them in the chat box.
So, guys, are you enjoying the session? You can write in the chat box. She, ma'am, will be back in a minute.
Uh, can you guys see me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm really sorry for the trouble. Actually, I'm at a place with really bad network. So continuing with, yeah, so where to apply. So we started with the career sites and referrals. The next thing is you can go for linkedin. Basically we have some job alerts. You might all know about LinkedIn job alerts, right? So what happens is you can filter, you can select the correct parents, you can put the right filters, what job opportunities you're interested in, and it will help you fetch like the best results. Other than that, you can follow many people who post about these opportunities. And once you start following such content in your feed itself, you'll see that such type of content will start appearing, and this will be really helpful. The third thing is targeted list, which most of the people miss, and I'll tell you what exactly it is. Targeted list means what you have to really do is that all the companies you're interested in, make sure you have made a list of those, and you keep on like tracking all of these. By tracking I mean is you look for their career sites and see when there are some job opportunities listed on the career sites and stuff. So what happens is when you have a targeted list, you will be able to track it throughout the year, and this will help you not miss any of the opportunities, right? As for the startups, we have some websites as well. One of the best is AngelList, which will help you get listed all the opportunities related to the startups. And the next is hiring challenges, which is like इसका popularity is growing like anything these days. So most of the people complain कि हमने apply तो कर दिया, but we are not getting any kind of we are not getting any test links or companies. So this hiring challenges. So yeah, those are conducting tests for various opportunities. You can look for those as well. Next slide, please. May I request for the next slide, please? Yeah. So this is an example of like the hiring challenges I talked about. This is for Hacker Earth. So as you see, some hiring challenges are listed down there, and you can like go for these. And this is basically the direct test link. You can like click on this, and this will redirect you, navigate you to the test, and you can like attempt the questions, and on the basis of that, you get to the opportunity for the interviews. Next slide. Yeah. So now we come to resume. So now that we are done what how to do, where to do, but again, there are some basics which you need to know.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming. So, guys, do you like this session? I mean, are you enjoying the session? Write in the chat box. Guys, if you have any queries, don't forget to write in the chat box.
I'm really sorry for all the trouble that's happening. As I said, I'm up in a place with very low network. So, like, this is the last slide, anyways, I'm going to cover. So, yeah. I hope you can hear me. Yeah. So this is like basically the I'll just keep it short now in case we don't lose the network again. So this is like, as you can see, this should be a resume structure. You can be very precise about it. Like don't don't make your resume look very crowded and stuff. So all you can mention about is your academics, which should include details about your college, your 12th standard, max to the 12th standard, about your CGPA and stuff. Then you can go for your internships, if any. You just have to list about your projects there. Then your achievements, which can include any hackathons and stuff. Then your personal projects, which I said when you will be doing your exploring wala part and you do all those projects and stuff. Next, you have the technical skills, what all frameworks, languages, all the stuff you know. In extracurriculars, you can mention about all the societies you're a part of or all the extracurricular activities you have taken part. And I've seen so many people making these bar charts, like I know JavaScript 70%, Java 30%. So I mean, there is no criteria or something like that to which you are, it's not, it can't be relative to anything, right? So just avoid that kind of stuff. As for the projects, the best way is to, you can go for various hackathons. And when you are practicing frameworks, just learn. You can you can go for your projects. One last thing I would like to talk about is the referrals. Mostly people say that you ask for referrals but you don't really get it. First thing is how to approach people. So how to approach people is, again, LinkedIn can be the best resource. You just have to go for the company name, and in the people section you can see so many people there, or you can talk to your alumni in the same companies. And while writing your referral message, be very precise. Don't beat about the bushes. All you need to write about is your whereabouts. Just a line about your college, your year, and then you talk about your achievements. The most important thing is, do mention the job ID, the job link, and do share your resume as well in the message as well. So these are some of the tips you need to, you need to ensure these things when you are like looking for referrals. Next slide, please. I'll just wrap it up now. Yeah. So one thing I would like to say is that, just don't compare your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 20. I mean, it's not like a race, it's a marathon. As this is like what I feel. So the point is, you don't have to compare yourself. Peer pressure, it's not going to be something very helpful in the journey. Make sure that whatever you're learning on your pace, and you're practicing regularly, and take it easy. At the end, it's gonna be all good, trust me. So that's how the things works. So yeah, and make sure you talk to your seniors and reach out to them. My seniors really helped me a lot during this process. So yeah, make sure you do that. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Or if you want to do it right now, maybe we can go with that as well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This was very informative.
Okay, so yeah. Can I
Yes,
start with the
and
questions I can see on the screen?
yes, ma'am.
Sure. So the first question I see is, how did I apply for Postman? So again, what I did was, I saw this opportunity on LinkedIn itself, and I reached out to someone, again from the LinkedIn people section, and I talked to them and I asked for the referral. So once I got the referral, once you get the referral, there are chances that you don't have to go for the coding test. You can just go for the interviews. So yeah, so that's how I applied for Postman. And the other thing is, does JS matter? See, when you're going for the interviews, frameworks are not really going to matter. What matters is DSA. Somehow, like for Postman, system design was also involved, which is not the usual case. Mostly, what happens is, system design and all this stuff is for people with an experience of 2 to 3 years. So you can avoid that for now. But yeah, the frameworks and all this stuff doesn't matter. But once you enter in the company, these frameworks are like more of team specific. It's not like if one team is working on this, for example, JS based framework, the other team can work on Java based frameworks. So this is not specific. That will be allotted to you once you join in. So that's the case.
Ma'am, can you please tell your experience from Microsoft Engage?
Yeah, sure. So Microsoft for Microsoft Engage, what happened was, first of all, you have to take a test for that, a coding test. So once you're done with the coding test, there are two cases. Either you have a direct call for the interview, or the other case is that you have, you have to go through this month-long process where you have to build some projects, and on the basis of which you are like the projects are judged, and then you get an opportunity for the interviews. So in my case, I got an opportunity for the direct interviews. I can't tell you much about that, the 1 month long period. So, but I can make sure that I can surely get you people connected to the. I know folks who got this engaged stuff. So yeah, I don't really know much about the 1 month journey.
And ma'am, one more question: that how could we develop a skill, and how much time would it take to develop it, and what is the best part to be taken?
All right. So, as I said, skills, you can firstly invest some time in exploring, because beginning में आपको नहीं पता होगा कि what you are interested in, right? किसी को इतना exposure नहीं होता in the beginning of the college itself. So, first thing you can do is, like, if I take an example, for example, skills based on web development, I start with JavaScript based frameworks. So normally there are you know the full stack about like MERN stack, and there are various stacks. So what you can do is start with basic front end. So once you have invested some time in front end, you actually now move to back end. So what is the best way to learn, how to learn it is, you go for projects, as I said. So there are various projects, there are various YouTube channels who can help you build projects live, and along with them you can like build the project and learn the skills. So just invest some time in learning the theory, but more time on doing the thing. So learning by doing is the best approach, I feel.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much, ma'am, for
Thanks a lot.
sharing that incredible experience with us.
Thank you so much, and really sorry for all the trouble that happened meanwhile. But I hope you guys really don't mind that. Thanks a lot. Thanks
Thank you, ma'am.
for inviting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
ma'am.
Bye.
And last but not the least, we would welcome Asha Nandi, ma'am. She is an software development engineering intern at Amazon, a research intern at University of Southern California, and a IASC Summer Research Fellowship Scholar from IIT Hyderabad. She is the ideal person to provide you with information on research internships and point you your career into the proper direction.
So, thank you so much for the brief intro. So,
Good evening, ma'am.
let me brief. Good evening.
Good evening,
How all are
ma'am.
you?
Ma'am, we are good. Welcome to the session.
Thank you so much for inviting me for the very first event of this Nimbus 2022. It has been an honor and my pleasure to be a part of Team Vibhav, and I really want to thank you for inviting me for this event. So let me first brief you about myself. I'm a final year undergraduate pursuing electronics and communication engineering from NIT Hamirpur. Presently, I'm interning at Amazon in the transaction and data movement team, and for my past experiences are concerned. Last year, during the year 2021, I have interned at University of Southern California, Viterbi School of Engineering for a duration of 3 months, starting from June to August. And in the year 2020, I interned at IIT Hyderabad, and I got that opportunity through IAC Bangalore. So basically, there I interned it for 2 months. That was from June to July. So actually, I think most of the things are covered as of now. So you tell me, from where should I start? Which experience should I share first?
Maybe you should start from Amazon.
Okay, sure. So first, I will tell about the hiring process. Basically, I got to know about this hiring process through the Amazon Wow program, and in that, I would first distinguish how this Amazon Wow program is different from the on-campus hiring. In during the on-campus hiring, there is basically single assessment, and after clearing that assessment, you can just proceed on to the interviews. But for the as far as Amazon Wow is concerned, there were basically two rounds of assessment. In the first round, as far as I remember, there were basically two coding questions, and there were CS fundamental questions. There were total 7 sections of that, and in each section there were 5 to 6 questions. And the CS fundamentals covered the topics of, as Anika mentioned, there were topics related to computer networks, operating systems, DBMS, and security, etc. So those topics were covered. And who qualified for the assessment round one? They were invited for the assessment two. And during the assessment two, there was basically 4 components of that assessment. The first component was code debugging, and the second was coding test, which had 2 questions, and the third was work style assessment, and the fourth was reasoning ability. So the difference between the on-campus hiring or any normal hiring and the Amazon Wow program is that all the other hiring process, the candidates usually get the second assessment test link directly. But through this program, there was two assessment conducted, and who qualified for assessment one, they were moved on to the assessment two. And as far as I remember, actually there was some issue regarding they don't share the feedback for the work style assessment, but they can share the feedback for other 3 components out of 4. So all my other sections were correct, mostly correct, which I remember. And after that, there were 2 interview round. As I opted for the intern hiring of that Amazon, so there were 2 rounds, and they were conducted on the same day. And I was previously notified that one will be conducted during the morning hours and one in the evening hours. So it was the whole process through which I went, and I bagged that internship.
Ma'am, this sounds like a roller coaster ride. Now, can you please share your experience about University of Southern California?
Yeah, sure. So basically, there is a program known as IUSSTF Viterbi program. IUSSTF stands for Indo-US Science and Technology Forum. Basically, they provide the internship to some 15 to 20 students every year across India from various engineering colleges. And the main criteria for selection, I would suggest, is that you should have a good resume. Resume in terms of you should have a good research experience, previous research experiences, and after that, pointer does matter a bit, but I would suggest that if you write a good research proposal, then having a low pointer, low means just a medium pointer, like 8 to 9 pointer, it can be a good criteria to back that internship. So, and the most important thing is letter of recommendation. And what I would suggest is that take the letter of recommendation from any professor or any previous mentor under whom you have done any previous internship. If you suppose take the letter of recommendation from any college professor, and just by mentioning that yeah, you were a student under him and you studied these subjects, this won't matter, this won't impact how you are presenting your work. So if the mentor or the professor just mentions how you worked under him and what are the skills you showed during that internship or any project assigned, that will impact your skills, and all the hiring process, it will impact in a huge manner. So that's the most important thing. And the third thing is the research proposal. So research proposal, basically you can find at that their site that there are some mentioned professors name who are available for an internship during this year also. So you can go to their profile and read their present interest and on the projects on which they are working. So you can write your research proposal according to that. Like for example, if some professor is working in machine learning or deep learning fields, so you can highlight your projects which are involved in deep learning and machine learning fields, and you can show your interest, how their field of interest are correlated to your interest. So that is the most important thing. And yeah, that's all.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your experiences. Now, I think we can go for questions.
Yeah, sure.
Are the company's value? What characteristics do interview look for an employee in order to represent those values?
I'm not getting means what type of values you are talking about.
Aman, can you write in the chat box? I guess he has some issues. As you have done both research and development interns, can you tell us which help you more? Which would you suggest to go for?
Yeah, sure. That's a very good question. So, I would like to answer this question in two different ways. As far as my experience is concerned, basically I backed that foreign internship just because I want to do MS in my future, and it will help me a lot during that time. So I did this foreign internship for that purpose. And as far as bagging an internship at any company is concerned, they will just focus on what are the skills you showcased during any previous internship, and they will just see like to see how what was your idea during that project and how you implemented that. It shouldn't be any copy paste idea or such sort of thing. There should be any innovative thing which you developed during that project. So it is not necessary that you previously do an internship at any corporate life and then you will bag any internship from farm company or like that. If you are done any research intern previously, that is also fine to bag an internship at any corporate company.
Vanshul is asking when to apply for internship, how to choose what best suited for him, and on what skills should he work to grab the internship in fourth semester.
Yeah, I would suggest that the second year is the most crucial year to decide for you in which direction to move. So, if you are in, first of all, you should try to explore different fields during the second year. So, if you are interested in some doing some research sort of stuffs, so you should first try for research internships. And after that, if you like to go switch to corporate life or do some sort of internship at corporate life because you are planning to grab an internship and after that PPO offer, so you should definitely try for corporate life.
And there is my personal question. If I'm
Yeah,
learning
sure.
some skill, then at what point I should go for internship? I mean, if I'm learning something, I will learn in gradual in some sequence. So at 70% or 80% or 50%, when should I start applying?
ओके सो टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन लाइक अगर तुमने कोई स्किल सीखा तो उसका जैसे तुमने कुछ प्रोजेक्ट बिल्ड किया तब तुम्हें कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा कि हाँ तुमने ये स्किल्स सीखा और उसने कुछ इनोवेशन ला के एक न्यू प्रोजेक्ट बनाया इंस्टेड ऑफ जो गिटहब पे ऑलरेडी पड़े हैं तो अगर तुम कोई न्यू प्रोजेक्ट बना पा रहे हो तो जैसे इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस होंगे डिफरेंट इंटर्नशिप के लिए तो उसमें तुम एक्सप्लेन कर पाओगे कि सपोज कोई अगर तुम्हारे रिसर्च ओरिएंटेड इंटर्नशिप है तो उसमें भी अगर कोई जैसे प्रोफेसर है वो तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू लेता है तुम एक्सप्लेन कर पाओगे अच्छे से कि हाँ मैंने ये स्किल्स सीखे थे उसके बेसिस पे मैंने ये प्रोजेक्ट बनाया तो तुम्हारे पास एक प्रोजेक्ट ऑलरेडी होना चाहिए कि डिफाइन करने के कि हाँ तुमने अपनी स्किल्स को ऐसे शोकेस किया वो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है तो जब तुम्हारी अच्छे से मतलब प्रैक्टिस हो जाती है प्रोजेक्ट्स बिल्ड करने में तुम अप्लाई कर सकते हो मेरे हिसाब से वो बेस्ट टाइम है
Thank you, ma'am. We have another question. What is the characteristics of interviewer who look for employer for give him internship? I guess he's asking what is a hiring manager is looking for in the candidate.
Actually, to answer this question, different companies have different criteria. So, if I talk about Amazon particularly, they particularly focus on the leadership skills. Means, if you are doing any project, if you have done any project previously or doing any project, so the focus is what was your role and how you accomplish that role. So, if you are the team leader or any teammate also, so what was your role and how you manage your time and how you completed all the tasks, that is what they look for. So actually these things are focused on the round 3 or round 4, which is basically the managerial round. But before that I would suggest that you focus on DSA and all the other computer CS fundamental skills.
Ma'am, how was your experience in Vibhav?
Yeah, it was good. Actually, I joined during my second year, so I didn't have much time to interact with you all guys, but it was really good. Means during the second year of Nimbus at 2020, so I was involved in building 3 to 4 projects at that time. So it was a good exposure. But after that, due to this pandemic, we were not able to showcase those projects during the Nimbus. So that was my bad, and I really regret that. Means if you were in the college, it could have been better and a better exposure to develop projects and also to showcase our skills.
Thank you, ma'am, for showing us path to grab internships in research field and in industry fields. I think that was really helpful for everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being a part and giving us an opportunity to interact with you.
yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all for coming. And now we are come up an end to this incredible session. We thank all our amazing seniors for sharing their valuable experience and mentoring us all. It was a pleasure to have you all here. With this, I hope all the viewers enjoyed the session as well.
But don't worry, guys. We have got more interesting sessions scheduled to re energize your curious brains and help you explore more these numbers. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow our Instagram and LinkedIn handles for future updates, and links are in the description. And again, thank you all and have a nice evening ahead.
Thank you so
Till,
much. Thank you, everyone.
till then.